Yeah, so I was thinking about this last year. I think one of the things that I thought Nebraska was going to have a 9-win season last year. I still think they should have had a 9-win season last year. But when
Agreed.
I've done the sort of, introspective, what was I wrong about, which, some people would tell you a lot. I would tell you it wasn't as much. But a lot of it came down to I really believed in last year's wide receivers core at face value going into the season. And it's not like I knew in the spring that Malachi Coleman was not going to follow up his freshman year, or that Jalen Lloyd would be, I'm going to say, underutilized, because I feel like he was underutilized. I don't know. I don't know all the specifics to that, but he's a far better receiver and athlete than what they were able to get out of him last year. And I think I expected more out of Isaiah Nair and Jamal Banks than was fair, based entirely on a really hot spring, where they had a great spring game against their own defense, and Dylan Raiola carved them up. And then the way the year started, all the way through the Illinois game, I still felt good about where things were at with the passing game and the receivers and all of that. And so I think I want to spend some time Saturday just getting eyes on this receiving core, because the people that I've talked to that were there the year before and like them think that this group is better. So, I want to see, because I'm very much in a, I'm going to sit at the 7-5 spot in a prediction until I have a reason to think otherwise, because I kind of need to see this team progress before I can really say, okay, yeah, they can win 8 or 9 games. I just feel snake bit from last year. And so I want to see what happens in the wide receiver portion of the practice, or what I can watch there. I want to put eyes on, an Isaiah Hunter. Like, is that a guy that could go from a great freshman year at Cal to then Nebraska's able to get him, even if it's incrementally better? You had 2 freshmen in Jalen Lloyd and Malachi Coleman who didn't do anything for you last year. So it's Ja'Cory Barney, like, what is his actual role going to be in 2025? What does it look like with Dana Holgorsen? Because you look at those last 4 games, he really only had 1 game where there was an impact. But then if you think about it, it was their best game offensively under Dana Holgorsen. The 9 catches, the 85 yards or whatever it was against Wisconsin.